second podcast I've done, and both times have been in the damn workplace.
What is up, everybody? It is finally time to go beyond the breakdown once more. It's only been 2 months. Tonight, we are joined by I Am Mook, and this is their third coming on this podcast. So, guys, how you doing tonight?
Awesome.
Pretty good. Yep.
And we do have a new bassist, which we will get into, and that is Matt down here in the corner. How you doing, Matt?
Wonderful, man. How you doing today?
Oh, it's really freaking hot out.
Yes, it is.
Says Matt, who's got to work in it all day.
Oh, dude, do you do outside work?
So yeah, I'm a mechanic for Amazon, and everything that I work on is in a lot.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The only air conditioning I get is if I fart into a fan or there's a breeze. That's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's awful.
So before I kind of let April do her thing with some of the stuff that she wants to ask you guys, like, this is crazy because it's been almost a year exactly since I had you guys on.
Yeah, I think we came on here. Damn, I know I just saw a memory pop up on our Facebook.
June 16th or something like that?
Was it June 16th?
16th or 17th, something like that. We're less than a week off from the year anniversary.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I mean,
so much have changed.
Dude, I was going to say the crazy thing to us is like where we were at this time last year when we were on your podcast, because it, especially with our numbers and stuff, which is wild. But
yeah, I mean, to think about it, because I think last year around this time, you guys had just got done finishing, what was it, Put on a Happy Face?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, we had just shot the video for that, and we dropped the album June 7th.
Yep.
A year ago, yeah.
Yep.
The first album. Yeah.
And God, dude, you guys have been basically nonstop ever since.
Yes.
Yeah.
The grind does not stop for us.
Yeah, it never stops, even though the world has tried to stop it several times.
I mean, yeah, it really has, especially lately with you guys. But
oh yeah,
you all keep going. That's the thing that I love about you guys is everything that's going your way, that gets thrown your way, you're handling like pros, which you guys are. Well, except for Todd. Fuck him.
Yeah, terrible guy. Awful person.
I hate that guy.
Yeah,
I hate him.
No one hates Todd more than Todd.
That's right. Well, Matt hates me as well. So there's that.
That's true.
I've hated Todd for like 20 years.
I can't imagine being his friend for 20 years. It sounds like worse than like the worst kind of hell.
It's a payback. I angered somebody in a past life, and they gave me Todd.
What's up, Missy? Thanks from West Virginia.
Yeah,
hello.
That's my sister right there.
Hi, Todd, sister.
Yeah.
I bet you're cooler than Todd.
Way cooler than me. Yeah.
Way cooler.
I almost sent her the link just to be on here.
I mean, if you're wanting to, we can hold up to, I think, 10 people.
Oh wow!
Yeah, let's have a family reunion on here.
Right?
Flyers, passenger said Matt looked like his low end game to cause time difference. Wait till you hear it. Wait till you hear it. That's all I gotta say.
Right. Me and April are really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff that's about to come out, I know that we said this before, but it really is the heaviest stuff that we have made.
Yeah,
There's
for
one
sure.
track in particular that blew my studio monitors.
Oh shit!
I know which one you're talking about too.
Yeah. That one is like my all-time favorite of all the things that I'm having to learn and write to and all that stuff. That one is my all-time favorite. Not because it's brutally heavy, but because it just tears shit up as soon as it plays. Like it's
Mhm.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good
Can't wait
song.
to drop that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to what you guys have in store because the last 2 tracks you guys put out are freaking insane.
Yeah,
Thank you. We do appreciate that.
What was it? It was a show of force or an exercise of force.
correct.
That's the one that just dropped on Wednesday. Yes.
So, what was the motivation behind those 2 tracks?
Well,
The Force is about aliens.
just he literally. So Todd and I, we do like a daily debrief every morning, and it's usually like during the work days because like that's when I'm driving. So now we're trying to start to pull Matt into that as well. The last one we did, we pulled him in there too, and just like sometimes we talk about band stuff. Most of the time we talk about band stuff, but a lot of times just talk about whatever. But when he pulled me in there that day after he had shown it to me, I was like, yeah, this is a great track, man. I said, what do you want it to be about? Or do you have an idea of what you want it to be about? And his idea was aliens. And I'm like, okay, that's broad, so I can work with that, I guess. And then for Too Poor to pay attention, it literally, he had the name already, like Too Poor to Pay Attention. And he was talking about changing it. And I'm like, no, dude, that's a great song title. And I can make it like about whatever. That song's a lot more serious. It's basically more of a subject matter of being so poor that you don't see everyone else's problems. You only see your own, so you're not paying attention, kind of thing. And then the aliens one, it's literally like just about an alien invasion. So that's how this band thrives. We can write about serious things, we can write about not serious things, and we can kind of play both sides of the field, which has always been really nice for us. So
Hell yeah. Yeah, I can relate to that because Killbait Overdose is the same way. We have a song about, suicide prevention, and then we have one about digging through the fibers for your next fix. So it's just, But at this time, I am going to kind of lay out and let April ask you all a few questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Hello,
I'm gonna have
April.
a few. Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So I want to ask about. Have some questions, them. Maybe. I have a lot of schoolwork up too on my laptop, so it's like all over the place.
Oh, I get that. My notes section's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like my last day of college, like my class, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on your last day.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah, I have to like submit a 10-minute social media video, which is not really fun, honestly.
You could do this one.
Yeah, here you
go. There you go. You're doing
if it was
right
about
now.
like coral reefs, maybe that's all we've been learning about.
Let's
That and the
talk about
carbon
coral
cycle.
reefs for about 10 minutes, and then we can get back to band talk.
talk about coral reefs. Trust me.
Yeah, coral reefs are really cool. Let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah, they are pretty cool. That's all I've been reading about for the whole week. Jordan's been helping.
I actually read about parrotfishes today and found out that 80% of beaches is parrotfish poop, apparently, because they eat all the coral and then it turns to sand.
Yummy.
That was my fun fact. Yep. So
thanks, Tom.
You're welcome. I'm here for you.
That makes me not want to get in the water.
I thought we let April ask her questions here, Tom.
All right, fine, I guess. Let's hear it.
Just distracting me. Okay, so my favorite song is Sugar and Water, because obviously the big bug from Men in Black.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you got it from?
Yes. Yep.
Anything
Fun
bug
fact.
related is pretty awesome.
I didn't know that till about 3 days ago.
Yeah. His
Really?
brother asked him, he was like, "Is this about the cockroach from Men in Black?" And we were like, "Yeah." It's about the
Yeah.
cockroach Men in Black.
My little
So-
brother's he's a big metal fan, and he supports pretty much anything that I do with metal. And he hit me up, and he was like, "This is a really cool song. Is it about the cockroach?" And I was like, "Hell, I don't know." Yeah.
The intro and outro, they're obviously the same thing. The outro just slowed down more than the intro.
Mhm.
It's a song that Tom called me about, and oh my god, what's his name? Danny, what's his name? Tom, the song.
I don't know who sings it, but it's the song that, like, when you hear Zazu and the Lion King singing "I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts," it's that song.
Yeah,
But the
I can't
actual
remember the
guy
actual-
the actual
Oh,
guy
it's
that sings
weird.
it, and the only reason that we used it is because we wanted we wanted an intro that sounded like an old timey song that could sound a little maybe creepy, and we thought about slowing it down like in the beginning and stuff too, but we ended up just going with the normal speed in the beginning, and at the end, I guess we slowed it down a little bit. So,
Well, the intro is slightly pitched down a little bit just to give it that weird warp factor to it, and then it has nothing to do at all with the song.
no,
The rest of the song, because we're weirdos like that. And then I told Tom, I said, "Well, what? I can't remember if it was me or if you came up with the whole Men in Black idea."
I think it was you said something about wanting to name a song called Sugar Water, and then you didn't have subject matter for it, I don't think. And then I don't even know, dude. I don't know how we got locked onto that.
Yeah.
I really don't. I remember talking to you on the phone about it, but I don't remember how we did it.
The whole premise of the song, though, is because we knew that we were going to have Ryan Bell on it from Larcenia Row. Which, if anybody out there that's watching or listening or whatever, if y'all haven't listened to Larcenia Row, y'all
Do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
go do it. But we knew that we wanted to have a song like that, so I wrote in sort of that vein. I am not anywhere near as talented as those guys, but I kind of wrote in that vein of Larcenia Row. And then whenever either Tom or I cannot remember came up with the concept of doing the Sugar Water thing, and we settled on the Men in Black thing. Then I just went in and stole a bunch of clips, and we picked out the clips that we liked from Men in Black. And then where he actually says, "Give him a break," and it goes into Ryan's breakdown. It couldn't have been more perfect whenever we laid it out on the track.
Yep.
And the rest is 80,000 streams later, and I mean counting, because that thing is getting like 1,000 streams a day. So
yeah, it's
we
doing
couldn't be
well.
happier with that song.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
I was going to say, like, that song is, I think that's the one that really put you guys on the map of the deathcore radar, you know? Like, not that you weren't before, but I feel like Sugar Water just took you.
It elevated us a lot because we put, I know we promoted a few times with Grant Randall, the riff referee, who he's been helping us out a lot as well. And he's promoted us 3 times now. And the first time that he did, I believe it was I don't think it was with Sugar Water. I want to say it was with Dereliction.
I think it was Dereliction.
Yeah. And Dereliction got promoted first, and that one just passed 30,000 streams. So that one gets a lot of attention as well. But that's the thing, is like the power of paid promotion is phenomenal. And I don't think a lot of bands understand that. And it's, basically, if you owned a business, you would pay to advertise your business to people that want to consume whatever product it is you're making. So you have to know what influencers, what companies, whatever has the attention of people that are into deathcore or metalcore or whatever your genre is. And then you push your music to them and say, hey, how much would you charge to promote this or endorse this or whatever the case is? And if their answer is we like this, yes, let's go for it, they'll do it. Now you learn from that too, because I can, speaking from past experiences, like how Todd and I have been in this for a minute, and I know Matt's just kind of joining the crew here, but we've tried a lot of people and we don't use a lot of those people anymore either. Not because they were bad at what they did, but they just weren't getting the attention that we wanted. So we stopped using them because it was like, well, we're spending money to use this promotion. Like we're trying to direct our finances where it needs to go. That's going to help facilitate pushing our music to a wider market. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah. Hello, Bob.
So Bob
Hello,
is
Ashley.
Hi, Bob.
actually
Is that
our
Ethan?
son Ethan. He's over in his room right now, and he wanted to be a part of the podcast. So
Nice.
Hello, Ethan.
Yeah.
it says we had somebody else join the stream. Trying to make sure. Have any of you guys sent the stream out?
We sent it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
you mean like this to be on this thing?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Okay, I got Jamie has joined the stream. I'm just trying to double check.
Matt?
Oh, that's probably my wife trying to listen to the podcast, not so much join it.
Gotcha. Okay. Not a problem. I was just like, who's this one?
Yeah, the only thing that I shared was the stuff that you were posting. Todd posted. I made a post about it, and then everything that y'all share, I just reshare because it gets it out there. And instead of giving a bit, because y'all already have like a nice paragraph of like, this is what's happening tomorrow, I just say tomorrow. So that's where I leave it at. Yeah. So
I don't have social media. Todd sent me a link earlier today, I think, and I'd sent to her to share and stuff. That may have been what she was trying to do, or listen to it, or hell, I don't know. Maybe she wants to be in a deathcore band.
Hell yeah, there you go.
Can she play drums?
Can she play drums? Yeah. Facts.
So with making all the streams that you got, what is it like making pennies from Spotify?
It's exactly how you think it is.
Yeah. We're making
the same
dozens of
amount today.
deathcore dollars.
Yeah, we had the same amount today as we had yesterday.
That's the thing is like, I mean, people don't realize, I think, that at least that don't make music, if you're just an outside listener or a fan or whatever, and you see somebody that has like 5 million streams and you think, oh my God, they must be making so much money from that. Well, they're making okay money from 5 million streams, but it's more along the lines of like $3,000 to $5,000. It's not nearly what you think it would be. And then, you think about what we're making. I mean, we're not making anything remotely close to that, and it's not about money for most people in deathcore. Most of us just want to, get our music out there, and, money's great. And we hope that it comes with this eventually, but we don't know. We have no idea. So
it's not there yet.
Yeah, it's definitely not there yet.
Well, I mean, speaking as a musician and everything, like you may get $3,000 to $5,000, but then split that however many people are in the band. And
for sure. I mean, like the more that we get, I think what we focus on a lot, especially because we're just trying to grow ourselves even more. Like we're trying to push ourselves into other avenues where people don't know us or haven't heard us, and to people that might enjoy the music that we're making, to further push it to more people. We try and use our finances that we gather from our DistroKid and from merch or whatever. We don't share it amongst the band. What we do is we just push it to mixing and mastering new songs. We push it to, if we have a feature, we push it to like whatever the case is, right? For promotion, like we push it to the places where we think that it needs to go and where it'd be most valuable. And we've had quite a bit of success with that, because right now I don't think that we have had to come out of our own pockets for a minute on mixing and mastering, at least, because of DistroKid. And that has been nice to fund that for us, essentially. So that's been helpful.
Yeah, and Brace really takes care of us.
Oh yeah, Brace does a phenomenal job,
Yeah.
and he doesn't like overcharge us for his services, and he does a great job. So
I
He has
want a
magical
song.
fingers.
yes, he
Yeah.
does.
I want a song mixed and mastered by him.
Oh yeah, you absolutely should hit him up.
JT,
Yeah.
you're getting one. Shh.
Do what?
You're getting one. Shh.
Oh well, okay. That's. I didn't know I
That's
could
for,
say anything.
that's for a different podcast, though.
I'm sorry,
True.
Papa.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
Zaddy
That
Mook.
song is also going to be pretty friggin' awesome.
Yes, yes, it is. But no, I mean, Tom, I feel like me and you could probably have a talk for like 2 or 3 hours just discussing the parameters of the business side of it, you know, because that's like, it's the annoying part of it, but it's also the fascinating part of it to me is the statistics, especially when you see growth. And it's really cool to kind of start understanding how the game kind of works, you know?
Right.
But I don't want to do that on this podcast because I feel like I would bore every single person in here.
Oh, for sure.
I just want to let you
I
know
mean, a
that
little.
Tom can stick to a wall for 2 hours.
I
So,
can. It's a gift and a curse. So
Did you say you can talk to a wall for 2 hours?
that is what he said. Yes.
Yeah, Tom can talk to a wall for 2 hours if he had to.
I literally had this talk with my wife yesterday, and I said, like, and we were at a friend's house, and I just met new people at this friend's house, and I had told them I will talk because I don't like awkward silence. So if I'm around somebody and there's awkward silence, I will insert words. I don't know why I'll talk about anything. You know, I don't want there to be awkward silence. I cannot stand it. So
Okay, but do you make it more awkward by speaking? Like, do you go
no,
to that
I
extreme?
usually can hold a pretty good conversation. I am a introverted person at heart, but if you put me in a social situation, I will sponge off of when I start picking up on what your interests are. I'll prey on that. I will talk it up and make you feel good about it so that you want to talk more because I want you to talk. I don't want you to shut down. So
You
and it's I mean
psychological murderer.
it's a good quality. It's not like a bad thing. I'm not like sitting here like preying on them in a like bad way. I'm like, I just want you to talk. Don't be weird with me, please. Like don't let the silence consume this with awkwardness, please.
Todd is over here like, so this is how he got me to join this band.
No,
Yeah,
Todd got me to put him in this band because he relentlessly did not leave me alone.
Not true.
That's absolutely true.
We had a question. It says any music videos in the near future. Yeah.
Great, good
Yes.
question. Yeah,
Yes.
eventually.
We're just trying to nail down a concept at the moment, and then we'll be hitting up the director and hopefully be video for not the next song, but maybe the song after. Is that correct?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
So,
'cause-
yeah, there will be a video very soon. So
And there's reasons why not the next one, which obviously we'll get into here.
yeah,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you guys hitting up the same person that did your previous videos?
Yes.
Justin Oakley. He's a
Yeah.
phenomenal director. He has great vision. It's just so easy working with him because we just trust everything he does, and
Right.
we just do whatever he tells us to do.
Yeah. He's also just
Hey,
not a
he says, "Hey, stand right there." We're like, "Okay."
yeah. And he's not a money hungry person. He just wants to help like us and other like bands out. Like he just wants to be a part of it, you know.
Hell yeah.
Granted, we pay him. It's not like we're not, you know, gypping him. You know, we're helping him out, but I mean, he's helping us out way more. So
So who comes up with the video ideas, like the music video ideas?
It's all tossed around.
what's that?
It's all
So what?
tossed around. Yeah.
Me? Did you say it was
Tom
me?
is Tom's the mastermind behind this project.
No.
We're just
I
pawns.
said she said who comes up with the music video ideas, and I said it's all tossed around.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought you said
I
it's
thought
all
it was
Tom's.
Tom's idea.
I
No,
thought,
I
yeah.
thought-
it's all, no. It's all we
toss around a
We
bunch
get
of
a
ideas.
general idea of how we want the video to look, because we mostly kind of like look the videos looking like old school, sort of like the old
If we
school,
can.
like like the MySpace deathcore type videos and stuff like that. We really were a big fan of that stuff. So then that becomes you normally not the finished product.
Yeah.
When we get out of it, because Justin's like, well, no, because that would take many days and actors.
Yeah.
So,
which means we'd have to pay said actors, so it's more money. You know, it's more time, more props. And if we did some DIY stuff, you know, we could make it work, but it's a lot more planning, and we're usually super advantageous where it's like, hey, Justin, can we do this in the next 2 weeks? And he'll be like, yeah. And then we'll be like, hey, can you do this idea in 2 weeks? He's like, probably not, because it needs more planning.
Yeah.
And it's not like he can't do it. It's just the fact that he's like, if you want to do that, we have to plan it out a couple months before. So
we're just very impatient people, as you can tell by all the music drop.
That's
right. Missy said, that's awesome. The other videos were fantastic. Really looked like you all were feeling the music for sure.
Thanks, Missy. Yeah, we definitely, I mean, I think all of us in here definitely like the music we're making for sure. I don't think anybody has an issue with it. You know, we're all like very much into deathcore and just trying to make the heaviest things we can. So whenever we actually get a chance to make videos, we want to, you know, give that feeling of we're here to throw down kind of thing. So,
well,
so why the
videos are?
Sorry, Jordan.
Go ahead.
The MySpace death JT Jordan.
See,
did you not get that?
Oh, Todd.
Fuck my entire life.
I do not. I don't call him JT.
Wow.
I can't imagine why.
Well, he won't let me call him Passenger Princess, so.
You could though. You could.
I do. He just gets annoyed.
Will be Jordan from now on.
Hey, don't knock it, man, because you know what? I love when my wife lets me be the passenger princess. I'll sit there and I will relish in the fact that I get to sit there and I don't have to drive. It's wonderful.
Well, I don't know how to drive, so if I do drive, it's just the two towers all over.
Oh wow, yeah.
Really?
That's how this podcast got canceled.
He sits there and listens to music.
I guarantee you that we will have a song called Jordan now. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Is it going to be about Michael Jordan?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Call it Go.
We're not gonna make about any Jordans in specific. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Anyway, what was your question? It was like bogarted everything she was about to say.
Thanks, Jordan. MySpace deathcore. Why is that such a big thing for you guys? I honestly don't remember it.
Yeah,
that's what we grew up with, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the sound of it, the energy of it, the rawness of it, the attitude of that particular time in deathcore. And I think that the things that we're making now are really taking it back.
We're trying
to that era, and then we're also trying to mix that with some more modern sort of newer modern deathcore as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you, the stuff that's getting ready to drop,
I don't remember.
We're going to a clinic of heaviness. I'll tell you that.
I don't remember what podcast I was listening to with what artist, but honestly, I think it was Psycho Frame, and they had mentioned something about a lot of the. And I could be wrong; it might not be Psycho Frame, but a lot of the new deathcore, the modern deathcore, it all sounds the same, and they use the symphonic stuff all the time, and it's okay here and there. I'm not a big fan of symphonic stuff most of the time. Sometimes I like it, but it's in moderation. But every song, man, I feel like they all sound very, very similar. And granted, you could make the argument that all deathcore sounds the same if you're not a fan of deathcore. because it all sounds like noise to people that don't like this kind of music. But at the same time, I mean, it's almost like if you drink black coffee and you exclusively drink black coffee and you do it for years, you can tell what black coffee tastes better than the other black coffees. What's smoother, richer, bolder, whatever you want to say. It's the same thing with like any kind of musical taste that you have. If you're really into it, that is. But with deathcore, with me, I mean, I don't know. When did y'all, like you and Matt, like when did you guys start getting into deathcore?
Oh shit! A long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
Not MySpace era.
Yeah. So for me,
actually, our first band that we were in together, the Shadow Heights.
Yeah.
Some of the last songs that we were writing, which was 07, 08, something like that, Matt. They were pretty much like the early beginnings. We didn't know what deathcore was.
Yeah.
But that was the style that we were already sliding into. That was just our natural progression into that. And a lot of those songs were just getting heavier and heavier and heavier, crazier breakdowns. And it was just that era. It was right then, 06, 07, 08, somewhere around there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because for me, like, I know that music existed at like 06, 07, 08, like those time frames. But I didn't start getting into deathcore until probably 09 or 2010. Like almost, now granted, I'm a little younger than both of them. So like my high school years were back in like 2008, 2009, 2010. And when I first started listening to this stuff, like I didn't like deathcore. And then I started getting into it heavily whenever my bands flipped the switch on me, because we used to play stuff that was like alternate rock, kind of almost like Breaking Benjamin. I don't know whatever you want to call it. Now it's called dad rock, but that's what we did. And then I only played guitar at the time, and they got me into deathcore, and I fell in love with it from the shows. And I remember having a MySpace, and when you could have like your songs set up and stuff like that.
I do remember that.
Mm-hmm. And I remember specifically, I had like Bring Me the Horizon on there, like when they were like actual like deathcore. I had Chelsea Grin, I had Suicide Silence. Like those were the bands that like shaped my tastes. And then Whitechapel, like Oceano, like these are the kind of bands that I loved when I was a kid growing up.
As Blood Runs Black.
I was fixing to say as Blood Runs Black.
Because they were like borderline metalcore, deathcore.
Well, that's how All Shall Perish was. And All Shall Perish, they're one of my favorite bands too. I still love them to this day. Anytime Wage Slaves comes on, it's a non-skippable. I hear the cowbell and I'm like, yep, I gotta sit here and listen to it.
Yeah. Hello, Alex Lips.
What's up, dude?
I'm still holding out hope that All Shall Perish eventually puts out another album.
Man.
They're working on one right now.
Are they actually this time?
Yeah, on the Suicide Silence podcast they do on Thursdays, I think the singer said that they're supposed to have something out either at the end of this year or early next year.
That's pretty awesome. I didn't know that.
Off topic from I Am Mook, but just because you all are deathcore fans, what do you think of Eddie being the vocalist for Suicide Silence?
I mean,
he does a good job.
Yeah, I think he did
good.
I think he did that band justice, because it's really hard. Like, how do you top Mitch Lucker? I mean, he's one of the greatest vocalists in this genre, and unfortunately, passed away at a very young age. And like, it's hard to top that. Like when you lose a vocalist, Trevor from Black Dahlia, like now they have their new vocalist with them too, and he's doing a phenomenal job as well. So like it takes a lot, especially
he was their guitarist, right?
I'm not sure. Is that
I think he was? Okay. Yeah, I think he was.
But that's the thing
that's what's going to happen to Mook too. By the way, I was going to do the vocals.
Yeah.
Y'all should hear my sick vocals. They're on the new song. Sorry, they're on the song that's about to drop, actually.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
I'm scrapping them. Taking them out. Garbage trash.
They'll never make the final cut.
They'll never make the final cut. Not if I can say about it.
Yeah.
On those stems, and they're just going bye-bye.
We keep
Nah.
we keep joking about Tom like dying or something and jumping our cloud up like we're gonna have to get famous.
That's
And,
right.
You know, in order for that to happen, he's gonna have to like die.
Hey, if
That's
Tom
right.
was to perish, we would get ones of fans. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, ones, dozens, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's right.
ones to fives of
And
fans.
those dozens, they would be bragging. They'd be like, "I liked Mook better when Tom was in it," and they'd be like,
Yeah.
"No, I like
Knox
Matt
Thomas
better
was the
because Matt's going to
vocalist.
do it."
Meanwhile, you're just
Yeah.
wearing a mask.
That's right. Yeah,
It will be Mook has perished.
But
yeah,
then it turned up and Tom faked his death.
that's right. My death was greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, and nobody cared. And we got
That's
the
right. Nobody cared. It's going to make me super depressed.
And then Tom just comes back and he's like, "Oh, I was kidding," and everybody's like, "Oh, you left?"
Yeah, we didn't even know you were gone. That's what's funny because some people don't even know that we're missing a drummer now, and it's like, I don't know what to tell you. We've been
Yeah,
posting
people
about
are-
it.
And people are hitting us up like every day, like, "Hey, y'all got any shows coming up?"
Yeah, you got shows. You guys want to play a show? Like I would love to.
Yeah,
I can't. But
we are playing
anyway,
a show. Though. We are
Yeah.
playing a show.
We are playing
Well,
a show.
Before we dive into what we can talk about with the drummer situation, I love doing these types of things because with April being the podcast guest host now, she may not be as well versed in the deathcore, but she's very intrigued by it. So I love getting to see her reaction when everybody just kind of talks about it and gives her basically a download on it. So thank you.
For sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
New bands to check out.
hmm Yeah, I saw your kind of interest perk up when I said Oceano. You don't know Oceano?
No.
You need to. Yeah,
You need to
Adam Warren,
yeah.
the vocalist for them. He's phenomenal. They've
Yeah.
been a band forever. I think
And they're almost
finally.
not a band now. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they're finally ending their music career, unfortunately, but they have a ton of songs out. They're really, really good. So you should definitely check
if you
them out.
haven't listened to Psycho Frame, check them out.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah,
Frame.
Psycho Frame.
We got a bunch to check out then because I've baby stepped her into the deathcore thing, and she's discovered some on her own as well. Mainly,
Yeah.
I Am Mook.
Yeah, that's like the light.
Yeah, that's low tier.
Yeah, apparently we're not that heavy. So
Yeah, we're not even that heavy at all.
Really?
yeah, we're
Is this
Dude.
there's no way.
Oh
According
my
to
God,
some,
don't get started on that.
brutal.
Yeah, according to some people, we're not brutal enough for them. So yeah.
I'll
Before
tell
I
you about
before I joined up with them, Todd told me that what happened with some other people about saying that I Am Mook's not heavy, and I was like, what freaking world does this dumbass live on to say that I Am Mook is not heavy enough?
Yeah.
Is what it
Yeah.
is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe we're just not for everybody. It's fine. I mean, there are heavier bands out there. That's absolutely true. But I mean, in my opinion, I think we're plenty enough heavy. I don't see anything that we're doing wrong in this genre. Especially with the newer stuff that's coming out. It's pretty gnarly. And Todd, for the last 2 songs you were in the studio with me?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah.
I don't remember if you were in here for Too Poor. I don't think you were.
No, I wasn't in there.
I think I recorded by myself for Too Poor. But then the last 2 that we did in here, Todd will always pull out of me a lot of vocals that I didn't know I could do. And then I'm like, well, there's not a snowball's chance in hell that I'm going to be able to do that live.
Yes, he
But
will.
then we'll practice and I'll be able to do it. It's weird. It's crazy because the more you practice, obviously you get better at it.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. It is weird. Yeah, crazy. God.
Not to cut you off, but
Yeah.
I'm totally clipping the Todd will pull out of me part and then just stopping it right there.
Yeah, I knew that was
Yeah.
gonna happen. I knew that was happening.
I'm somebody else.
What's
Now
that?
that's gonna make you famous.
Yeah, Todd will pull out of me. I'll say it again for you. There you go.
There you go.
Here, I'll say it right into the mic. Todd will pull out of me.
That's beautiful.
That's
I'm not
some.
too my head because I called it up for being a typical deathcore fan. Who, no less, and it has the harshest vocals ever.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like how the Liars Pacifist podcast just said. Um, you know, there are a lot of gatekeepers in this genre. I mean, people that are like, I only like this isn't real deathcore, this is blah blah blah, or this is some subgenre of music that you've never heard of, and it's like, dude, and I'll be the first to admit, sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck deathcore is. I just if it sounds heavy, I'm like, oh, it sounds like deathcore to me. I don't know, but they'll give it some crazy title. So
It's kind of crazy the way that deathcore has evolved. Like, it was this niche thing back when we were growing up on MySpace. Obviously, you had the greats that we all mentioned, but now, like you said, it's much more symphonic and cinematic based.
mm-hmm.
And if you're not doing that, it's almost like you're considered poor deathcore.
Yep, yeah,
And it's a really weird thing because, like, I miss the days when it was, almost like the mix for Wage Slaves, and like the Cleansing and the
See,
Doom
that's
EP,
and that's
like,
the MySpace era, and that's
Yeah.
that's and what you would call. I mean, I know you're not calling it that, but in the minds of other people, the poor deathcore. I actually like that coin of phrase, but like poor deathcore is essentially what it's not as much production in the aftermath of recording, and it sounds more raw.
yes,
And that's what we like, that's what we grew up with, and that's fine to have a really polished mix, but I still want it to sound as raw as it can. We don't really care that much about samples. Now granted, some of our songs have samples, right? But we don't want a lot of fluff in our music, at least for me, from my perspective.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm the same way. Like, I love a good polished mix, but if you take out all the heart and soul that you put into the song just by adding so much polish to it, it kind of takes everything away.
Liars Pacifist.
Oh
This
God.
Sleep Token is the best band on the planet right now, dude. You don't even know.
Wow.
Hey, we were talking about this, Todd and I, it was only a couple days ago. I don't personally, I'm probably going to get like massacred or crucified for this, because I've heard some Sleep Token songs that I think sound pretty good, but I'm not a diehard fan. It's the same thing like if I listen to like Justin Bieber or somebody else, Mariah Carey, I don't know, anybody that you could possibly think of. It's trying to trigger him. But it's just like, for me, if I like a song, I like a song. I might not like that band specifically or that artist a lot. Like, might not care about their music too much. But if I like a song, I like a song. And obviously they're doing something right. They're huge.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah, they're starting to have like the Nickelback effect, where it's like, I don't like Sleep Token, and people just shit on Sleep Token. That's what happened with Nickelback. Now everybody loves Nickelback. But I love Nickelback since day one. But of course, everybody jumped on that
Nickelback.
bandwagon. Yeah.
Not Creed.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Not a big
Creed.
fan
I
of
like
Creed.
Nickelback.
You don't like
I don't
Creed?
give a fuck.
Oh.
I don't give a fuck about Sleep Token.
I torture her with Creed in the car.
Yeah.
Because I love Creed. Like, I don't know, man. Like, Liars Pacifist, you did trigger me.
We can ask about Knocked Loose.
Knocked Loose is great. I like Knocked Loose. They have a specific taste for people, because some people can't stand his vocals, But
No. Look, not hating on anybody, because look, Sleep Token is throwing it down more than anybody that I know right now, and they're making hand over fist, doing what they love. So I mean,
what's up, Brandon Watson?
What's up, Brandon?
Oh, speaking of features.
What's up? Yeah. Do we want to get into that a while or not?
Can we? Because we've spent 45 minutes catching up, and I apologize. I just love talking to you guys.
No, you're good. I mean, we can. So, Todd, Matt, who wants to kick off the talking about features thing? Because I know that's kind of the biggest thing right now that
Well, we have two that we can talk about right now, and we have two others that we have to keep under wraps for a minute.
Exactly.
That's gonna be some shit when those drop.
Mhm.
That's nuts. But
yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
So I guess the biggest thing that we have to announce on this podcast tonight, because we haven't told anybody other than like people that are really close to us, the newest song that is not released yet, that probably after this tonight I will probably put out the first teaser for it, because it has my vocals on it only right now. But the feature right now is on tour, and they should be coming off a tour. Is it this week, Todd?
It's the 26th or 20th. I think it's the 26th.
Okay. And I talked to him. I talked to him yesterday. It's Dan Tucker. I don't know if y'all know who Dan Tucker is, but Dan Tucker is the vocalist for Crown Magnetar. They're signed by Unique Leader Records. Phenomenal band, really like heavy hitting, fast paced, aggressive music. It's all deathcore, but it's very, very fast paced compared to some of the things we've made in the past. But I love Dan Tucker's voice. One of my favorite things about his vocals is that he has this unique ability to enunciate while he screams really well, even with his super low gutturals. I don't know how he does it, because when I do my low gutturals, it is hard for me to make any utterance that sounds like an actual word. I mean, I'm making noise and it sounds nasty, brutal, whatever, but actually making it sound like, oh yeah, that's that he's saying this. Dan Tucker has a really unique ability to do that, in my opinion. But he's
I'm gonna say this also on that song.
Mm-hmm.
Tom's vocals. I was in the studio with him. We were running through the vocals on it, obviously, and Tom's doing some of the nastiest vocals he has ever done on a Mook track, on any track. It's nuts, the stuff that y'all are about to hear.
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job pulling out those vocals, and that's the thing where, like, a lot of times, sometimes I want to do it by myself, but Todd does have a good ability to, help me out with that and figure out where we want to go with it vocally. But yeah, so that's the next song that's getting released, and that song is called "The Code," and that was based off of this stupid meme that I made months back now. But that meme now has over 500,000 views and like over 40,000 likes or some bullshit like that. But it was basically me talking about the code that the Mooks use, where it's like, on the frets where it's like 001001, like that's the code, and it blew up. And we were like, what if we made a song about?
It's pushing 550,000 views right now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a meme, and unfortunately, I didn't put any of our music on it. It's just a meme. But it is what it is. It still promotes the band. But that's the newest song coming out. And we're going to, tentatively, we're trying to release that on July 23rd. And that'll be with Dan Tucker. And once he comes back off of tour, that's when it's going to happen. Brandon, most attractive NC deathcore band for sure.
Thank you, Brandon.
I don't know. Have you seen?
Speaking of Brandon.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to get into the other feature that we can announce today. So the man that you see up there in the guest chat, that is Brandon Watson. He is Brandon Breakdown on Instagram. He also has a pretty good following on TikTok and Facebook as well. I think I started working with Brandon. Oh man, it was back when I was in my old band, but we didn't promote as much because we weren't really putting out as much. And but I started talking to Brandon, and we kind of gained this like small like first like professional, more business relationship kind of thing, and then I would consider us friends. I think he does too. Him and I chat almost, if not every day, every other day, and it's usually about music, but it'll be about whatever. Brandon is in 2 bands. He's in Misery's End and a band called Deadlocked. And both bands are fucking amazing. Misery's End, I don't want to, because I'm a horrible genre specifier, but I would say it's more metalcore leaning than deathcore. And then I would probably say Deadlocked is absolutely 100% like brutal deathcore, brutal slamming deathcore.
That's devilcore. That's what that
is. It's stupid heavy. And they just put out a song called Ponderous with the vocalist for Wretched Tongues and the vocalist for Waste. And it has Brandon's vocals on that too. Well, Brandon is going to be another feature on a Mook song that we're going to have coming out here. We haven't had a specific date yet, but we have that tentatively set to release probably. I'm not sure if it's going to be the very next release, but it should go Dan Tucker, one more song that we've already mixed and mastered, and then I think it's going to be Brandon's song after that.
so that'll probably be sometime in September.
Yeah, but I have to get in the studio and record for that and get that done on my end, and that's my next task.
Yeah.
But if y'all don't know Misery's End and Deadlocked, you guys should check them out. They're very, very good. Very heavy.
Same with Crown Magnetar.
What's that?
Same with Crown Magnetar.
Oh, absolutely. Crown Magnetar is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you them, April.
Yeah.
Flyers past us. We might have to talk about that.
Thomas, that says he needs to give it to us.
No. 2 up. Well, yeah, that too, but 2 up from that.
2 up from that?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the cover? Or are you talking about?
No, this is a review for a Mook shirt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I still want the Sugar Water shirt because
so do I.
And if we ever get the money, I want a freaking hockey jersey.
We have 2 totes right there. Full
Do we have? Wait a minute, Todd. Do we have Sugar Water shirts? Oh, we do. That's right.
Yeah, we
I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's just the I Am Mook logo with the cockroach.
Correct.
I love that shirt, dude. It's so freaking cool. I want to wear that to a show so badly.
I totally forgot that we had those.
Well, if you can hit up one of our merch endorsements, which is my merch guy, and go to our merch table, and you can buy whatever you need right there. Or you can go to our show April 2nd or August 2nd in South Carolina, and we will have
August 2nd.
August 2nd, yeah.
That's right. Plug it up.
You all have done a great job with doing some merch designs lately, dude. Like, holy shit.
We have a new one too that hasn't even hit yet.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
So
Tom, when are you gonna make that?
Whenever I get the chance here, I'll make it. Don't worry.
So we've talked about streams and we talked about features so far. Next, I want to talk about endorsements because Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So what has it been like getting the chance to, get these endorsements?
It's pretty awesome that people even take a chance on us to do these things. We actually have 2 new endorsements that we need to talk about that we got in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Is that correct? Yeah, we just got one the other night.
Yeah.
It's a tattoo shop out in Colorado, Black Velvet.
Yeah.
Tattoo.
I'm trying to think of what the actual. That's his handle. I don't remember what his.
Handle, God,
I'm gonna look it up real quick while you talk.
Yeah. But he put out a reel with I think it was Sugar Water on it a few months ago, and we got tagged in it. And he does blackout tattoos, like really awesome blackout tattoos. And we've been talking with him back and forth. And the other night I saw that he had his own merch, and I said, "Hey, I want a shirt." And he told me the price of it, and then I said, "Well, what does Mook have to do to just get endorsed?" Over there. And he was like, let's just do it. I was like, I send you a couple of shirts, and we'll make up a thing. We'll take some photos and stuff like that. And when y'all are in Colorado, if y'all are on tour or whatever, hit me up. We'll come into the studio, get some tattoos, and we'll do it up. And so that's one of our newest endorsements. And then the other one is Artist 18 out of the UK. It's another clothing endorsement. They made the hoodie that you see here. They will be on sale, I believe, starting the 27th or the 29th of this month. So that's pretty awesome. I've been working with them constantly for the last what would you say, Matt, month or so?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. This it's just crazy when people are like hitting us up and sending us emails and saying, "Hey, we love your songs, we love what you're doing, and we want to put your name on a logo and sell you over here in the UK."
Yeah.
Then we obviously have our endorsement from My Merch Guy, which is here in the United States. But I'm pretty sure they ship everywhere. But we love My Merch Guy. They hook us up every single time. They're fast. The prices are fair.
Yeah.
They're out of Michigan. But yeah, we have our own little merch table. So if we don't have it physical merch, you just go in there. And from what I'm told, you can get your merch within a week.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty quick.
Yeah. And I mean, we're trying to get it really will take obviously it has to align with kind of what we're doing. And they have to be able to provide something as well as we're providing something to them. So it has to be a mutual thing. But endorsements for us are important because, like I said, with getting any kind of monetary investment in us, if it is monetary, that is, because sometimes it's just promotional. Yeah. But if it's monetary, it helps us on the back end with our mixing and mastering, and even when we do start playing live again, getting those physical merch things and being able to sell those at shows. Yeah. As far as what we were talking about with the tattoo endorsement, from what I can see from his profile, I'm not sure if this is the name of the tattoo company, but it says Co-Create Inc. But I think that's what it is now, and he does a lot of blackout work. He's got some super thick, bold lines, really clean pulls. I was looking at a lot of his work. He does phenomenal work.
So everybody go check out Black Velvet.
Yep, that's right.
On Instagram, phenomenal dude, awesome guy. Super nice, super personable. Love talking to that guy.
We recently found out too that he can scream really well.
Oh yeah, he's in a band too, and he's
he used to be. He's not in a band anymore, but he's got some crazy pipes. I was like, God dang, I did not expect. When he sent it to me, I was like, wow, that's pretty good. So, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. So
yeah.
So, I mean, real quick, it's got to be insane to go from over the last year to where you are now. I mean, you're getting endorsements completely out of state and overseas.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to put it in perspective of how crazy it has been, we looking back, I think it was in December, Todd, when we posted our Spotify wrap up stuff and all that other. I think we had a grand total of 15,000 streams on our albums, or was it one?
That was just one. We hadn't released the second album until the end of December.
So we had a grand total of 15,000 streams. We just released 2 songs, right? And those 2 songs alone have 15,815 streams on just 2 of those songs. Yeah. And then you look back at, all the crazy, we're getting, I'm looking at our Spotify stuff right now on my phone, and we're getting in a month's time anywhere between 35 to 30,000 streams a month. And that's not just on one particular song. That's on all of our, our whole catalog. Right. And we have about 10.6 monthly, 10.6 thousand monthly listeners, give or take. It fluctuates obviously over the months and everything, but our year-to-date numbers is really what kind of shocks us, because again, this is like back in December, we only had 15,000 streams for a year, and finally for an entire year. So in 1 year, we made 174,321 streams, which is mind-boggling. Yeah, that's old, and we don't know why, because our thing's not updating correctly.
Yeah, that's 6 days ago's numbers.
Exactly. So we don't know what that is.
If we had to guess, it's probably somewhere closer to 185,000.
We're hoping. Yeah.
But that's still that's like chump change compared to bigger bands. But
right.
What we've done, we feel
for
pretty
us.
good.
For us, though, we are incredibly thrilled and happy to have that, because realistically, I didn't think I was gonna be involved in a musical project that would be having those kind of numbers. I didn't think that was really attainable for us, because it's hard to get your music out there a lot of times.
Yeah.
But I believe that we as a band have locked on really well to who we push our promotion to and how we promote. And that has paid off significantly for us, because like I said, it is very big about paid promotion and just networking with people. And even just when you network with somebody, if they help you out, you need to help them out back. It needs to be a symbiotic relationship, because you're not going to grow if you don't help others grow either. And if you're making other people stagnant, then it's just you're not benefiting anybody. So
no, I completely agree. And I'm really stoked. We both are. I know April is as well, that you guys are getting these endorsements and getting Mook out there to more people than already were, which is just absolutely great to see. I'm going to let April run this for just a minute, and I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Hi, April.
Hi, you guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to taking over for Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan.
He can't hear us right now. Oh, no, he's back. Everyone should be quiet.
Oh, where'd you go?
So, speaking of endorsements, this was unplanned, but this is our bid for you all to endorse our podcast.
Wait.
Okay.
I was going to say, wait.
Oh, goodness.
Meet Mookie.
Love him.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
He's cute. What kind of dog is he?
His real name is Jack, though. Don't let him lie
I'm not
to
really sure.
We're not entirely sure. We got her a few days ago, and
I think she's like what, terrier mix or something?
Yeah,
I gotcha.
But
it sounds like a Mook mix.
Dude, we literally named it because of you guys.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Thank you. We do appreciate that, because when anybody shouts us out in any way, regardless if it's if somebody named their pet after our band or anything like that, dude, it's crazy to us, because the moment that if we ever see this someday, if somebody's like, "Oh, I got a Mook tattoo," I'm gonna lose my mind. So that's
the case, I'm gonna name my copperhead Todd Jr. because they don't have any names yet.
Well, see,
gotcha.
I really wanted to name the dog Mookie, because if it shits, I can say I stepped in a Todd.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh man, I love my life. It's awesome.
Yeah. Todd's always the butt of every joke in this band, and it's always been that way. And sometimes I feel bad for him, but then he opens his mouth, and I'm like, oh man, no.
Why did you feel bad to begin with?
Yeah, why did I feel bad?
I mean, it's I would feel terrible about it if I contributed anything to this band, but I don't. So
that's true. He really doesn't do anything.
You're not brutal. You're just not brutal enough.
He's definitely not brutal.
Tom writes all the riffs. I will say this though, I do think it's funny that after I did join the band, Tom literally kicked his guitar out of his house. He was like, not touching that ever again.
No. I don't.
From now on.
Yeah, I don't want to make the riffs. You know what you're doing. I mean, I made some songs, but I don't write the way that you do. You have the sound that I want. I need you to write, and then I'm just going to come in behind you and, not pull out, So, yeah.
And then Matt lays down that low end that's ridiculous. So
That's right.
Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
Matt just got himself a brand new bass too, and that thing is
he took it for a
beautiful.
test drive the other night.
Yeah.
See, I'm
did.
stoked to hear the new contribution with Matt on bass.
We sent him a song the other night, and I kid you not, Matt sent it back in like 10 minutes, and he was like, "Here it is. Where's the next song?"
It was beefy because I listened to it in my car and I was like, God dang.
Yeah, we're stoked to see. Go ahead.
I told you, Tom.
Yeah, thanks for telling me.
And just to be fair to anybody who is listening, like me and Todd talk almost every day, so it's not like I'm just dunking on him for no reason. Like me and him, I'm grateful because me and him have actually become.
He talks like this to me every single day. It's awesome.
Yes,
I love our
yes.
friendship.
It's amazing.
That sounds about right. This is
He's
how Todd and I
into
talk to each other too.
So.
I sent a video to Todd.
Awesome, I love it.
Well, I sent a video to Todd, I think it was 2 days ago. I was like, this is literally how you and I, it's not just me. He talks shit to me too all the time.
I do not do that.
Yes, you do. You're a bold-faced liar. But
Matt,
he'll talk to Well, he'll talk to me like the same way I talk to him. He just don't curse, which is, I've tried to stop cursing too. That's hard as shit. But like but I sent him this video.
Man.
Yeah. But I sent him this video and it was like, hey, would you guys be there for me if I was going through it? And they were just like, no, I'd actually hope that it gets worse for you. And he's like, and somebody said, I can't wait to go to your funeral knowing that I could have changed that outcome. And I started dying laughing. I was like, this is how Todd and I talk to each other. Like, so it's just.
If I do outlive Tom, I will be doing the eulogy at his funeral.
Thanks for
and
that.
it would be the funniest eulogy that anybody's ever heard in their lives.
I appreciate that.
His mom will.
The only thing I'm going to do is stand at the back in a Grim Reaper uniform, and I'm just going to start randomly pointing at people.
You're next.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Like,
right.
who's dead? I don't know. I'm going to stand back here and start pointing at fuckers.
So, real quick. So, with you guys having just got Matt in as bassist, have you all had practices together, or are you doing them remotely?
Well, Matt is 3 hours from us, right? 3.5 hours, something like that.
Right at just a touch over 3 hours. So right now, the way it's working is Todd has been nice enough to send me playthrough videos of the songs that I need to learn. So I've been sitting down and playing along with them, and then Todd will send me a track to either play around with or actually track to, and I'll listen to it a couple of times and then throw down, a bass a bass idea, and I'll send it to those guys and be like, hey, what do you think? And I'm either expecting, hey, this is really good, or fuck, don't ever do that again. But
well, so far it's been like his first try. We're like, oh, cool, you're done.
Yeah,
you did it. And he was like, oh no, I was just messing around. Hang on, I'm gonna do it better.
Yeah. And I mean, the way forward that it appears we're going to go, because I mean, this band is never going to stop looking to play live.
Right.
We will never play with a drum track, like a backing track. We don't do that. I'll die before I do that. I refuse to. We want a live drummer. We're looking for a live drummer. We've had several people come forward and say that they would be interested. We have gotten, I believe, at least 2 audition tapes out of those like 10-ish drummers.
Yeah.
We had spoke to another guy this morning or this afternoon.
2 this morning.
2 today, and we're actively trying to get back into the live scene so that we can play. The issue and where it appears that it's going to go, it's not really an issue, I guess. It appears that our drummers are mostly coming out of Raleigh, Greensboro, Winston-Salem areas. They're hours away.
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte. They're far away. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that we can't practice with them in the sense of we would have to each have individual click tracks that are, our certain instrument is taken out of that click track and you can practice along with it. And then we get together once a month, once every 6 weeks to practice together as a unit. And then that's kind of the way forward that we've been looking at. And we have no issues with doing that. We just need to find the correct drummer that can play these songs. And some of them can. We're just deciding on, do we want to use this person or not, Yeah. We're all deciding as a band, what we want to do, weighing pros and cons of these people. And that's the pain of it, right? Because there are people that can play it. It's just like, is the juice worth the squeeze on the person? And there, might not be like anything personal. It might just be like that it's just not going to work for us for this band. But right now, that's where the situation we're in. So
yeah, I mean, it's not really feasible for us to drive. Like a couple of the drummers were in Charlotte, and that's about 5 hours from us.
mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's the 10 to an 11-hour round trip for us to practice for a few hours and then come back, and then like the traffic through Charlotte and all that other stuff. And
yeah, and it doesn't make sense.
The drummers, they're amazing though. Like
mm-hmm.
they're really, really, really good. It's just that's a half a day. But if we were gearing up for a tour, and if we were going to Charlotte to stay for a few days and practice with these people and rehearse and get everything down, then that's a different story. But
right,
Yep. No, it definitely takes like a certain level of commitment, I feel, because you all are wanting to be a touring band and you are wanting to make it into a big time rank for it. And a lot of times you get these kind of wishy-washy people, right? Where it's like, oh, hey, I can do this, but like I don't really have the drive.
Right. And that's the thing is like we don't want to put ourselves in the position where we settle. There have been times where we've settled on people and we don't want to settle. And I don't mean that in any sort of negative way towards the people and the members that we've had in the past.
No.
What I mean specifically by settling is we are going in a way more aggressive direction than where we were before. The drums are much faster paced. We need somebody that can keep up with that kind of speed at around 260 BPM. Like they have to be able to play fast and aggressive and then jam it down to like 80 BPM. Like that's what we're kind of gearing towards. And in the past we have had people in this band that don't really like deathcore music. And again, that doesn't really necessarily mean that you can't play this style of music, but it makes it a lot more exciting to the person in the band if you actually like the music that's being put out. Yeah. And that's kind of one of the things too, that it's like, if you don't like the music we're putting out already, or it doesn't excite you, then it's probably not for you, because you're just going to get bored with it. And we're going to be right back in the same position we are now, where we're announcing on social media, like, hey, we're looking for another drummer. Anybody know anybody? And it's painful because we've made this announcement at least 3 or 4 times now. For musicians. I mean, we've had lots of people in this band, and we could sit here and talk about that, but there's no point to it because none of us have any issue with those dudes. It's fine, it is what it is. And now that we're in this position, though, we're just trying to get out there and find another drummer and just move on from it. So,
yeah. Well, it's like Liar's Pacifist said, you'll know when the right drummer comes along.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And I think it's just a matter of time. You guys have a really tight-knit group. Like the fact that you guys can clown on each other the way you are and then just turn around and make music the way you guys do shows like the kind of brotherhood that all three of you have going on right now. So I think when you all do find that right person that just kind of gels with you and actually enjoys doing that style, I think you guys are going to go up to another level.
Right. Yeah, I think so too. And we've had a lot of good mentorship from several people. And it's one of those people, I mean, Brandon Watson, I don't know if he's still on here or not, but he has helped mentor me in like ways and certain people to promote to. Grant Randall, the riff referee, has mentored us and promoted us several times with a lot of different things. It's nice to have those people that are doing things in the industry of music and in bands themselves, some of them that can help push us to those avenues that we didn't even think of, because we've learned a lot over the past year for sure.
Yeah.
A lot. So
yeah, like I mean, I know April can't attest to this because she wasn't on the first one, but it's like a night and day difference between talking to you guys a year ago to where you are now with your knowledge that you've gained.
Sorry, we're serious, Jordan.
Yeah. I mean, when we first came on this podcast, the air around this band was like we were a lot more goofy. And granted, we're still goofy dudes. Like we like to joke around. We like to, whatever. But the goal is never changed. But I feel like the atmosphere has changed because this band has been through the ringer as far as trying to get things to work. And some things worked and some things didn't, and some things made us take 2 steps back, and that's where we're at now. So,
but we're still a young band. Like we're still. I mean, like Tom said, we just passed a year.
Yep.
So these things are going to happen. Every band has member changes.
Yeah, it was like the growing pains of this band, really. So, yeah. I mean,
but we're still doing all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
And like our numbers are going up steadily, which we love. We're getting great response every day from people. The craziest stuff is like the people in Russia that are doing like vocal covers of our stuff. Yeah. That blows my mind. Like,
well, see, what blows our mind with that stuff, at least specifically for me, and I would imagine for like Todd and Matt with this kind of thing, is we don't ask those people to do those things. Like, I don't reach out to them and say, like, hey, can you do a vocal cover of our song? I also don't reach out to a lot of these reaction dudes. We had somebody recently do one, and he's a great dude. He's probably one of the most entertaining reaction dudes I've ever seen. And nobody really follows him, which is kind of a shame right now. Yeah. I'm hoping he grows because his videos look pretty professional, too.
Banger Plaza is his name on
Plaza, YouTube. Yeah.
Good God, it's funny.
And he's a hilarious dude, but he does these reaction videos, and we didn't ask him to. We don't even know how he found us. And it blows our mind that like there's people way outside of our local area that are all about what this band is doing, people in different countries that I get DMs. Like, I don't share it with these two all the time because sometimes it's just like a quick message like, y'all are awesome, love, I am Mook. I'm like, great. And then some people are like, hey, when are you guys coming to the Ukraine? When are you coming to the UK? When are you coming to Germany? Australia. Like, we've had so many offers come out there, and it's like, well, it's great, but like, what's our real following out there? See, that's the thing too. And then you also have to think, well, if you're a fan of us, we appreciate everything about that, but we don't have the funding or the backing. We're an unsigned band. We all have 9-to-5 jobs. Some of us much longer than 9 to 5. Fucking Matt sitting in his truck right now. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like, we all
97 hours a week.
Yeah. And then we all have, wives, we all have families. So I mean, it's like getting to that point would have to mean if we're doing that kind of stuff, we'd have to probably be signed to get some backing, some funding, and we'd probably have to think about some serious career changes. But that would mean that the money would have to be there because we all have people that we have to support. So,
but everything is building. It's all building toward that. So,
yeah, for sure.
That's the overall goal, is to make music and not be sitting in a freaking box truck working on other people's shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
There's
that
Matt's
is
goal.
That's still an ambulance. Don't let him lie to you. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
that's one of the goals that I have. Like, I would either love to get the music to the level where I can use that as a full time or the podcast. So I gotta ask you, what does that feel like, man? Just that sense of almost like being at that level of accomplishment. That's got to be insane.
Oh, we're
Very.
nowhere near anything, man. We're just a local band.
Well,
We've done nothing.
No. I mean,
But
I should have worded it better. I mean, just like getting these offers in, like your music is making an impact, and
Yeah.
it's undeniable.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that shock us, even that notice us, because we're like who are we? And to me, it makes me feel incredibly. It's a very deep sense of satisfaction. Like it's like a not like a I've arrived feeling. It's not that. It's more of a like it makes you feel good because sometimes you doubt yourself as a musician, as an artist, and we're all the same way. We do that, and when somebody tells us or sings our praises, like I'd like to think that we're all pretty humble. We don't like we think our music's great. Like, don't get me wrong, but I mean, there's so many better musicians than us out there too, right? That are doing the same thing, and
I agree with
it's
that.
it's very humbling to hear like other people tell us how much they love our music and appreciate what we're doing, and then just share our music with random people, like people that we don't know at all. So that is a phenomenal feeling.
Every time, sorry, Tom, didn't mean to
No, you're
cut you
good,
off.
dude. Go for it.
Every time we hit like a certain plateau, like whether it's a stream number or follower number or whatever it is, every time we hit that plateau, we're amazed because we actually hit that plateau, and then we hit the next plateau, and then we hit the next one, and every time that happens, it just makes me want to work harder to hit more of those type of goals that we have.
Yeah, just to break through a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that like this band, the way that we work and operate, I really don't know what the limit of our success will or could be. Because if obviously, like, in order to be a successful band, you have to have some level of talent, which I think this band has, but it's also networking. So we have a decent network of people that we've met through this past year that have helped us out significantly.
Yeah.
And they have led us to other people that we're trying to network with. And then, talking about these features and stuff, with like Dan Tucker, and then even with Brandon Watson, even though I've been, kind of working with him and befriended him over this past year, like, I don't know where that's going to lead to as far as like networking with other people, or who knows, so and our biggest mindset is like, we could have a break any day. Somebody could reach out. I mean, we send our EPK to several large record labels. We were getting looked at by a record label for the longest time.
A few of them, actually.
Yeah, a few of them. The biggest one was Life or Death Records. And we ended up not going that direction, but it was just cool to have that experience and have a conversation with a CEO of a major record label, and talk about possibly getting signed, and all that stuff is crazy to us. And talking to some of the artists that we do talk to, I'm like, again, like, who are we? Like, we're just this local band, right? But we're trying to get out of that mindset because we want to be more than that, so
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I really had to kind of correlate your all's journey with somebody that I've seen, it would probably be Left to Suffer, because I remember when they first started out, they were, the same way. They're like, oh, we're just this local band. And then like a couple weeks ago, they're flying over to Europe to play with Korn. And I'm like, holy hell. Like,
I mean, hell, Taylor Barber was he did a song, like, he did a surprise appearance with System of a Down.
Oh yeah, he also did
Yeah.
Filth, right?
And well, I think Filth too, but I mean, I don't know. But System of a Down is a major. I mean, they sold out a stadium. I mean, there's pictures of it that he has on his Instagram of him standing in front of probably hundreds of thousands of people, which is wild, you know. And that's exactly what you said. It's like you never know where you're gonna go. You know, this band, like we're always gonna try and push to go further, farther, faster, higher, whatever the term of endearment you want to use is. But we're just trying to make this our living, man, because we're passionate about it. We love doing this kind of thing, man. So
No, yeah, and I can see you guys playing overseas.
I hope so someday.
I apologize for the background audio sometimes.
Oh,
You're good.
We can barely hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Is Damien being crazy in there?
Yes, one of the 4 children that I've inherited.
Yeah, I gotcha.
No, but with all this being said, I mean, all joking aside, you guys have come such a long way, and you guys have started crushing at a level that I've not seen yet with a local band. So, I mean, I really do wish you all nothing but the best. And with that being said, what is kind of the next evolution for you guys,
I guess the new album, we're doing a slow trickle with it, so it should be a song every 4 to 6 weeks for a while. And we're hoping that these features just kind of bump us in a direction that we haven't seen. Oh, Brace!
What's up,
buddy!
Brace?
Speaking of our future, hey, Brace!
Yeah, he came in right at the exact moment.
Hey,
But I
What's
would.
up, man?
Yes, we should.
Okay, hang on.
I would
I'm
agree
sending
with
the
Todd though. I think getting this new album out is gonna hopefully put us in a new direction. It's definitely gonna set the standard for what our new sound. I mean, it's new-ish. It's heavy, it's heavier, but it's gonna set the standard for where we're going and what the direction is that we're looking at, and the features that we're having, and we're just hoping that. Again, one of the things that we've learned with this whole waterfall trickle drop of album thing that we're doing is it allows each song that we drop to get some, like, so to speak, it's day in the sun. It gets like a month to 6 weeks where it's the brand new whiz bang song. This is great. This is amazing. And then we drop a new thing. And then that's kind of where we're trying to go. And it seems to be working so far, where every new song that we're dropping is getting well over at least 1,000 streams a day. And that's all that we want. We want more, but like for now, we're satisfied with that, and we're just going to keep pushing to do bigger, better, greater things. So
We have some stuff in the works.
Yep.
That I think is gonna blow some people's minds. Brace, I hate it that you're at work. Matt's at work too, but guess what? He's in here. Melissa, Missy, my sister, thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome for you to say. We do appreciate that. But we have some big stuff coming up that I think when people hear it, it's gonna be nuts. So.
Yeah, and right after we get off of here, once I get my kid to bed, I'm probably going to be dropping our first teaser for the new song that we're going to try and put out July 23rd. I don't see why we won't be able to. That's really going to depend on when and if Dan Tucker can get it to us sooner rather than later. And I don't want to rush the man because I know that he's busy. He's in a band that is touring. He's got a label. So I don't want to push him too much. But he did tell me, I believe it was yesterday, that he's going to try and do it once he gets back from tour. And then, hopefully, he does it after he gets to spend some time with his wife. But yeah, that's the move. So
Thank you, Brace.
yeah, thanks, Brace. Yeah, it is thick. Yeah,
You did
it. Yeah, he did do it. If y'all don't know, this man in the chat right here is our producer. That is Brace McKnight. So
Man, I'm telling you, these new tracks that we've been sending to Brace, whenever we get them back, it's blown my mind how good these things are coming back to us.
yeah, they're nasty. So
Brace is amazing. Go to Brace for all your everything that you need. Mix, master, somebody write you a song, whatever it is, Brace can do it for you.
mm-hmm.
He's also a mid vocalist, but whatever, you know.
Yeah, mid.
The man is a so we were talking about Sugar Water earlier. He's on Sugar Water. He's one of the vocalists on there. So he does that tea kettle scream that everybody keeps reposting and sharing. And then they ask me, is that really you or is that Sinestia's vocalist? That somebody asked me this recently on YouTube. And I said, that's actually neither of us. That's actually Brace from Bleed Them Dry. So
I'm merely a nuisance. I can show y'all pictures of Brace's butt if y'all need it.
Yeah, if you need, if you need something to cap your night off.
I think he dropped that the same time that we were doing the Bleed Them Dry podcast because I think we posted it in the actual episode.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that's why my numbers went down that night.
That's how you're gonna get canceled, JT.
Sorry about that.
No, dude, I'm messing with you. So we are at the hour and a half mark, and we've been mostly serious. And I do want to take a little bit of time though, and just ask you guys, what the hell's the stupidest thing you guys have done in the last month?
Do you mean as a band?
Individually.
Individually? God.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even. Honestly, dude, my days have been crazy. The past month, May 25th, I got married. Then we went to Florida that following. Thank you. And then we went to Florida that following weekend to visit her family, and that was great.
I accosted in the bathroom.
What's that?
You got accosted in the bathroom at the gas station.
Oh yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Did they pay pretty good?
No, so our kid had to go to the bathroom, and this was in like some I think it was a Shell gas station in the middle of like BFE, like it was just in the middle of nowhere. And this guy that's cleaning the bathroom that works at the gas station, he sees my shirt. Now I'm wearing a Filth shirt. And he mentions it, and he said, I saw them live. They were great. And I was like, yeah, they're an awesome band. And I'm always trying to plug our band when I talk music to somebody, but I try and do it tactfully because I don't want to sound pushy and I don't want to annoy people. And if they say they don't care, then I'm like, hey, whatever, But I said, yeah, my old band was supposed to play with them, which is not a lie, but that fell through. And I said, I hope my new band gets to play with them someday because they're a great band. And he said, oh, what's your new band's name? And I said, the new band's name is called I Am Mook. And this man's face lit up, and he was like, oh, my God. He's like, y'all are fucking heavy. He's like, I know exactly who you are. He said, this is wild to me. He said, this is a wild experience. And I was like, yeah, it's wild for me too, dude. And then he told me, he's like, yeah, Sugar Water is my favorite song by y'all. And I was like, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And then he had to get back to work. So he was like, hey, I got to get back to work, but this is crazy. I'm like, thanks, man.
Yes,
but
he zipped up and he had to get back to work.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. What a lovely tea party.
Yeah. But that's the thing is like, and that's not even the first time that I have been recognized as being an I Am Mook, or I've mentioned my band and people get super excited that they're talking to a member of this band.
Yeah, dude.
Because they think we're bigger than what we actually are, but it's crazy. So
it's like the Guitar Center situation.
Yeah.
So when I went to go buy a bass, because I'd gotten out of music, I'd kind of given up, and everything lined up for me to join up with I Am Mook. So I went to go replenish all my instrument, and I went to Guitar Center, found the one I wanted, got up there, and I live, like I said, 3.5 hours from these guys, right? And I walked in there up to the counter, told the guy, I want to get this, da, 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 da. He said, thought you got out of it. I said, yeah, things changed, yada, yada, yada. He said, what band you playing for? And I said, I Am Mook. And the dude was like, no fucking shit. and like instantly started going off about sugar water and this, that, and the third. And it, the funny thing about it is I got like one hell of a discount on the base because I was going to with play with
You're
them.
welcome. You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, so like like I hadn't even done anything for me yet and was already starting to kind of catch a benefit for it. So that was really cool.
So if nothing else happens with them, at least you save money on the base.
Yeah, you got a base, man.
Yeah, I did.
Car insurance, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
What is your all's current dream collaboration?
Oh man.
We can't talk about that, JT, at the moment.
Okay. Let me reword it. What is your all's dream tour?
I gotcha.
Oh, dude. Me personally, I would love to tour with Chelsea Grin, Signs of the Swarm, and Whitechapel.
Ooh,
that's pretty.
There's Psycho Frame on that, and we're good.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Frame.
that's pretty close to what mine. Yeah, that's pretty close to what mine would be, honestly, because for me, it's my favorite band right now is absolutely Psycho Frame. They're knocking it out of the park. They sound like that old school deathcore sound with the like modernized like mixing and mastering, and that's exactly what I'm wanting to get. And then you got Chelsea Grin, fucking phenomenal in every way. Signs of the Swarm, I've been a fan of them for a minute.
Yes,
their vocalist is nasty.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I think if I had to choose, it would probably be Chelsea Grin, just like Matt said, Psycho Frame. I'm trying to think here. Honestly, a band that's coming up that I really, really like because they also have the old school deathcore sound in a new way. Todd, I know I showed you them, and they're not even that big yet. I think they're gonna be soon. But Mauled. Mauled is a great band. I would love the chance to play with those dudes. And then I'd probably say, man, it would be. I think just Traders, because them dudes and Traders,
Traders would be good.
They
Heavy Hitter,
and Heavy Hitter, like all them dudes.
Yeah,
but all of them dudes, they seem to be, especially like Traders and Body Snatcher, they seem to be like just fun loving dudes. Like they seem to be like people that wouldn't like. I mean, they're going to be serious about their craft, but they're also going to be like fun to tour with, Yeah. So that's how.
Not to cut you guys off.
No, you're good.
Not to stop Todd from saying his. I could see you guys going with Dealer and Paleface, dude.
Paleface is good too. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dealer's a good band too.
Dude, I also agree with you though. Like Signs of the Swarm, I've been rocking with them for quite a while, man. David is a hell of a vocalist.
Yep.
So Todd, what is your dream tour collaboration?
Man, it'd probably be like Whitechapel, Suicide Silence. If we're talking like us going out with deathcore bands, Psycho Frame would have to be on there. And I love Body Snatcher. I love Heavy Hitter. They're all awesome. Oh my God. Nether Walker.
Oh yeah, they got some crazy vocals. Man.
I love Nether Walker. If y'all haven't heard Nether Walker,
they're great.
Go listen to Nether Walker. That's all I'm gonna say. They are nasty,
dude. Honestly, one of the bands that I would love to throw on there, and they're not deathcore, they're slam, but I actually really like them a lot. It would probably be Crocophile.
Yeah,
because I love that band, man. They're so good and they're just gnarly. Like them, and there's a band called Frog Mallet. They're really really good.
I do know Frog Mallet.
Yeah, I love them dudes. They're so good. But yeah, that's probably what I would say. So
just a small tour,
just a small tour of like 10 bands.
Oh,
I want to tour with Whitechapel so I can sit there and like pick Gabe Chris' brain.
Yeah.
So that's who is like my go-to guys, who kind of like I model my sound and everything after. And I would love to just sit there and be like, man, how the fuck do you do this?
Yeah.
Pick his brain for a little bit.
Dude, Whitechapel's killing it right now.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
see them in December.
Yes.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that show.
I bought Tom a Christmas present, a ticket, and he told me he's not going to go. So I basically hate his guts now. So
You bought it?
yeah, dude, I told you that.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'm definitely going to go.
No, you're not going because you told me you weren't going. So
I didn't tell you I wasn't going. I
you
didn't even
literally
respond
said,
to that
"No, I'm
yet.
not going." That's what you said. And yes, Brace, we're talking about crazy vocals, and you should listen to Nether Walker if you haven't listened to them yet.
I'll definitely have to check them out.
I will sing Nether Walker's praises for the next week or so, and then I'll be on to a new band.
Oh, I did say probably not. I lied, Todd. I'm going to go to that since you bought it.
No, you're not.
Fine. I don't even want to go.
I would take a straight dead cat over you, Tom. I don't even care.
Wow.
Fuck the cat. Just give me his ticket so I don't have to buy any.
Dude, it's funny because I used to be a freaking pit monster, man. I used to get in the pits and throw down, but I can't anymore because my body is falling apart. And I know that makes me sound like, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm 40 and I'm still getting to the pit. That's good for you, man. My body's dying because of the Marine Corps and lifting weights. And the last show that I went to was with Todd, and it was one of the heavier shows. The last show I went to was with Todd, and that we were up front, and man, it was hard for me not to get in the pit because that looked like so much fun there. And we had people stage diving on top of us, though. Yeah, we were in the splash zone. So,
like the last show me and Jordan went to.
Yeah, is that what it was? Yeah.
King 810.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're a good band
love-
too. I've heard live.
Love King 810.
Mm-hmm.
Seasons, they were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Left to Suffer.
Seasons is a good band.
Yeah, they actually mentioned you guys. Remember when we were talking to them? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, we played with Seasons when Larcenia Row headlined out there in Gastonia.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Way to go, Todd.
Hey man, that show was nuts. Okay,
It was. Yeah.
we know the aftermath of that show.
Yeah. That's right.
So, I mean, dudes, I know we got to wrap up here in just a
Absolutely,
second, but to take it to another serious note for just a minute on my own end, for a year, man, I've gotten to talk to you guys and chill out, and honestly feel like I've become friends with all of you guys, and I hope to get to know Matt the same way. And on behalf of me, man, I can't thank you all enough for all the time that you've given this podcast over the last year.
Absolutely, man.
We love this podcast, dude.
You were the first podcast that we got to be on, man. So we appreciate you because podcasts, it's the same thing. If you're trying to start a band up, y'all want this podcast to be successful. We want it to be successful for you too, because it helps you and it helps us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the whole thing, man. It's artists and promoters helping each other. And when that falls through, when it's only like a one-way street where a promoter sucks and doesn't do his job, or a podcast doesn't do their job, or a band doesn't do their job and push whatever, then it's not worth your time. So, and you guys have been very, very helpful for us as well in pushing our name out there. So we're very appreciative of that. So thank you.
Well, no, thank you. And I'm sure April feels the same way, because she's been talking about this for a while, because as soon as I introduced her to your all's music, she really wanted to get to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Here we are.
Everybody was great except for Todd.
I'm so sorry for him.
Tom, do you think you can make a quick teaser of the new song and send it to JT?
Yeah, I might
if
be
you
able
had
to.
Tom, the first 30 seconds or so, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't have to air this or anything. Don't worry.
No, you can absolutely air it. I don't care.
It's the next one coming out. So.
Y'all can be the first one to air. I don't care. Now,
that's awesome.
Time, that is. I know you said you had to wrap it up, but
I'm just trying to be mindful for you guys.
Stop rushing, Jordan.
We don't have minds, Jordan.
Now I'm gonna send. Now I'm assuming y'all want it in like a video form, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do it up here real quick, and hold on a
Terrible. Make
second.
such things.
I'm gonna mute my mic on my side so I can hear where I'm trying to cut
I
it
got
real
you,
quick.
man.
But y'all talk while I do this. Hold on.
Wow, Brace, what are you doing? What are you planning?
Oh God, Brace, are you about to crash the podcast?
He's about to show all his nudes again.
I made pretty good money off those.
Brace has an OnlyFans, by the way. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Like legit?
Yes, and he goes full everything. He does not care.
He has really pretty feet.
Super.
Oh no.
He does have nice feet though. We got to see those free here at the house when he stayed here, but the other
The rest is
parts,
behind paywall.
yeah, he charges. I think it's like 30 cents or something to get in there and look at him. So
He's kind of expensive, but it's worth it.
yeah, he's a bit expensive, but he's one of the better prostitutes that we know.
Wow.
He said, "I can't wait to hear the new I Am Mook." You mixed it.
Oh man, no. I definitely want to get Brace back on here too because there's so much fun. Like between Bleed Them Dry and you guys, it's just freaking hilarious.
Well, half of us are in Bleed Them Dry, so I guess that.
Yeah.
That's very true. Like now that I think about it,
Mm-hmm. I was just sitting here thinking this is the first podcast that I did ever, and that was with Bleed Them Dry. And here I am again with another band doing the podcast. Same guy, and we're about to drop a teaser.
sorry,
All
it's
right,
the same
so-
podcast, but
So JT, I'm about to send this video to you through, I guess, Messenger. Is that the best
Okay.
way for you to receive it?
yeah.
Okay. It is a 43-second clip, just the beginning of the song.
Oh my God. You're
but
giving
this
everything
is-
away.
It's not everything. That's kind of where I'm going to go with the teaser that I'm going to make after this anyway. But it should have sent to you now.
Can you tell us how many people are watching right now? I hope it's just
One.
Brace.
It's just Brace. It probably is. Good old Brace.
Oh, we can't hear you, Jordan. Sorry.
Now it's sent.
My mic got muted for a second. Right now we have 9.
Oh,
Very nice.
so you 9 people are in for a treat.
Let me mute this so I can download it. And
This is so good. We haven't even heard this yet.
Yes, you have. Don't lie. Sorry, I'm just talking. So I'm talking to Brandon Watson right now. Him and I are just.
Is he still watching?
I don't know. He said he put in quotations, I goon to Mook daily. It's a serious addiction. But yeah, I love that guy. He's such a funny dude, man.
My sister said, "Yay, we were ready." We lost Jordan.
No, he's right there.
Oh, we lost the screen. I don't know.
He's down there at the bottom now. So he's has us muted right now. Or he has himself muted, I guess, is what I should say.
Brace said the song is 44 seconds.
all right, so I do believe I have it ready.
All right.
Do I need to know any? Oh my God, I hope not.
What were you gonna say?
Do we need to know anything before playing this, or just
the only thing that I would say about this song is the context of the subject for the song is we called it the code, based off of that meme we talked about earlier. The song is about Fight Club, like Fight Club the movie.
yes.
So the way that it starts out, you'll hear and you'll kind of put 2 and 2 together. But this is only with my vocals right now. But this is the song that's going to have the Dan Tucker feature from Crown Magnetar on it.
Yep.
So everybody who's listening and watching in the future, this is the first time that you all are getting to hear this track called "The Code" from I Am Mook featuring Dan. Oh my God,
Tucker.
what's his last? Dan Tucker.
Dan Tucker.
Of Crown Magnetar. I almost said Dan Magnetar. So let's check this out. Oh my God, really? Did it not upload? I hate everything right now.
Oh, God, what a
That's how it
tease.
goes, man.
What a tease.
Let's check this out.
His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert.
And that's it.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is the first few seconds of the song.
It
Basically, basically just to, caveat from what was just played, the entire song is basically a giant breakdown. It is just supposed to be heavy. Really, really excited to see what Dan Tucker does on that, because I think that he's going to really he's going to put some nastiness on the part that we have set aside for him. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what he does. But yeah, so that is The Code, everybody, and hope you guys are all excited for July 23rd, because we definitely are. So
Holy crap, man. That was more than I was anticipating. What about you, April?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I can't wait till the whole song comes out.
yeah, it's going to be good. We're excited too. So
Missy says that's awesome and she loved it.
Thank you,
thank you, Missy.
Weirdo.
So, April, is there anything else that you would like to ask him?
Yeah, how do you sing like that? Like, that is.
Todd, how do I sing like that? Because I don't even know, honestly.
I need
Those
to
are
know.
actually my vocals.
Yes,
Oh,
they're
well.
Todd's vocals.
No,
I will say it was years of practice and trying to figure out how to get my voice like that. And the more that I practiced, the more vocal techniques I was able to unlock. And as far as those deep guttural vocals, those are exhales. And I don't know what you know about exhale and inhale screaming. I do a mixture of both when I record. It depends on what sound I'm trying to go for. But those ones are exhale screams, and it's just basically making what I call butthole lips, where I just go like that to scream, and it makes that really deep guttural sound. So
He does that a lot.
I do.
yeah, it's actually that is actually coming out of his butthole. I was there.
Yeah, that's right. Took the SM7B in the bathroom with me. So
Just shoved it up there.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, all right, hit record, Todd. This is
They're like-
That's
golden.
some talent right there.
Yeah, they'll never know that this was not my actual voice.
The whole album called The Brown Note.
The brown note. Write that down, Todd.
Brace.
Have you
Jazz.
tried making jazz? Brace says.
Maybe someday. We'll branch
Yeah.
into that next.
That's the next album, man. Come on, you know this. That's that new Bleed Them Dry track. Is that jazz track?
Dude, I could see you guys doing a freaking jazz track with Bleed 'em Dry, honestly.
Make it
You
happen.
never know what'll happen. You never know.
Put some saxophone on there, some Kenny G style shit.
Dude, you can never go wrong with a sexy sax, especially
That's
with
right.
Gandalf in it.
Well, what's funny is
That's
Brace actually plays sax.
Does he?
Of
Yeah.
course
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Of
Brace.
course
I
he
don't
does.
think I don't think there's an instrument Brace doesn't play.
That's right.
That's probably true, to be honest.
So,
This,
dudes, I mean, I can't thank you enough. This is
thank you, man. We appreciate it.
We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
greatly appreciate it.
Jordan, you're the best, man.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Jordan.
I want royalties every time you fuckers call me that now.
Have you played any games?
Ethan, one of the four chitlins over here. Have you played any games lately?
I don't play any games personally. I don't.
The
I don't have
only game that I play, and we play this religiously, is with my wife, and we'll play Mario Party almost every friggin' night to wind down. And then after we play like one round of Mario Party, see, I'm not a big gamer, and I know that these two don't. I don't think either. I know Todd doesn't. I don't think Matt plays any games either. But I haven't been seriously into video games for years. But like playing like things here and there, I don't mind doing that. I do like breaking it out every now and again with my wife or with like a group of people.
Yeah.
But I think I get too I don't know, like I just can't focus on the game that I have to stop because I'm like, all right, I want to do something else, you know.
I'm a sore loser. I get pissed when my 5-year-old
yeah, he's sending the controller through the wall.
It's
April
like
and I
Crash
have been.
Bandicoot.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
like
Crash Bandicoot.
So I
Yeah.
loved Crash Bandicoot as a kid. Yeah,
We've been playing the remaster. We were taking turns the other
Nice.
night. We played it for like an hour and a half.
it's such a fun
I was
game.
getting so frustrated.
Yeah, it's such a fun game. That
It is fun.
Spyro. Yeah, you got
Spyro
all
was
the Mario
fun.
games.
Yes.
Freaking Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie?
Dude, I used to play that all the time on Nintendo. But like, yeah, that's neither here nor there. But are you going to bed?
No, I'm going potty.
Okay. My kid's going potty, everybody.
Oh.
But
buddy.
yeah, but I do got to wrap it up here soon. 'Cause
Yeah,
I know I
dude,
gotta get my little one to bed. But
Okay, bye.
yeah, bye, Todd.
No. But yeah, I'll let you guys go, and we definitely want to schedule another one.
Absolutely, man. Yeah,
At this
we
rate,
do
it's just
too.
the Mook cast, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll see y'all this time next weekend.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
hey,
it,
you know,
yeah.
if y'all want to spoil some more shit that you got going on,
That's right.
Matt will be here next weekend.
That's true.
I will. Fun
Yeah.
fact: I've never met Tom face to face.
Nope. I've
Well, I
only
haven't
seen
met-
pictures and talked to him through like FaceTime stuff like this. So
Yep.
yeah, I want to meet all you guys. Like I've been telling April, I really want to get out to a show, and I messaged Todd, and I even said, once I can, I plan on going to see a show and get a tattoo of you guys.
Oh, you're gonna be the first one, huh?
Oh man! You
Dude,
should
and then
come
we're gonna
out,
and then we're gonna
August
immediately disband.
Yeah.
You should come out August 2nd, Spartanburg, South Carolina,
Yeah,
And,
that's our next show.
at Ground Zero. That's our next show.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Yep.
fun to do.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now I have a show I can plan for. Oh my god!
We are definitely shouting out Jordan from the stage too. I'll tell you that right
Yeah.
now.
Heck yes.
right. Yeah, that's true.
Great.
You're
We all-
welcome.
Yeah, but no, I will let you guys go because there's a little bit of house cleaning that we got to do as a podcast.
Absolutely.
So-
Yeah.
House cleaning.
You'll see what I mean.
I was gonna say we have snake cleaning.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do. We
I don't think
I
we
guess.
can joke about that.
Damn that.
no. We have how many snakes are behind me?
I don't know, like 10.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
fuck that.
You don't like snakes, Matt?
Dude, anything that can move without legs, nah.
How do you feel about spiders then?
I'm terrified of spiders, dude. I am that guy that if there's a granddaddy long leg runs across the floor, I just soon burn the fucking house down. Like I don't do spiders.
Matt's
I
like
pick them up and I'm like, here, Jordan, look, touch it.
To be
And he
fair,
runs.
Matt is also our tallest, biggest player. So like he's you
It
can
has to
picture
add
like
up.
what is he 6'4"? Is that right?
I'm 6'3" at 250 pounds.
That's right.
So
So he's
pure
scared of-
man. He is
Matt.
your man.
Matt, do you want a little bit of nightmare fuel?
Dude, I take enough crazy pills as it is. Don't add to it. We got
All right. I won't.
I
But
say
dude,
most spiders aren't nightmares. They're cute.
no.
No.
Y'all have tarantulas, don't you?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Well,
We
I mean,
also
Black
have
Widow's a pet.
orange
that's great
baboon
if y'all love
tarantula.
the snakes and the spiders, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
No, I can handle snakes, no problem. Spiders, I'm still trying to work with.
I won't ever have to worry about that because that shit will never happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Next thing you know, the next music video is just going to be a snake pit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Spiders on each other's faces.
It's like, why the hell is
I-
the basin stuck down here?
Yeah, that whole that passenger princess will come into play because I'm not getting out for shit.
Well, dudes, you have made our night, and this has been a hell of a return for the podcast.
Absolutely.
We're back,
Well, thank
baby.
you for having us.
We're
Yeah,
back.
that's
We're
right.
hoping that's kind of what we got to take care of here in the next few minutes on here. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, thank
But,
you guys so much for having us on
Thank y'all
here.
for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
y'all
hope
had
to see
deal
you
with
guys soon.
it for 2 hours. What's that? What'd you say, April?
Todd, what?
What'd you say?
Thanks for. I hope I get to see you guys again soon. All
Oh,
I heard
yeah,
was
absolutely.
dealing with Todd.
August 2nd, Spartanburg, South Carolina, Ground Zero.
I might have to.
Come on out. It's going to be fun.
Make it happen.
I'm excited for that show. That's my debut show with Mook, so I'm looking
That's
forward
right.
to it.
I'll take you show too.
Well, dudes, I hope to see you there, and then we'll do a live interview.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That'd be
Let's
fun.
do it.
That'd
Yeah.
be fun as hell.
I'll get Tom to sign my chest, and then I'll get it tattooed.
Might sound a little lower than that, but yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
It's either going to say the white note or the brown note.
That's right.
There we go.
So you can get that one. I want the cockroach tattoo.
Hell yeah.
There you
All right. What if I got the cockroach on? Never mind.
go.
Shut up, Jordan.
With that, good
Yeah.
night, you guys.
Good night,
Bye,
man.
guys.
Thank you guys so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Have a good one, guys.
See ya.
You too.
Bye.
All right. So, April, we do have a little bit of a thing to address, which is one, where have we been for the last 2 months?
Well, been healing from my surgery. That was awful. Took a lot out of me. Yeah.
It really did. And it's been a longer recovery time as well.
And then, we got Brantley back.
Yes, which for those that don't know is another one of our demons that run the complex around here. We got him back from just an odd situation, so we've been really working with him and really hoping to make his life a lot better as well. And we've kind of been toying around with the idea of, if we wanted to keep the podcast or not. And I'll let April expound on that one for a second.
Well, mainly because you want to get back into your music, your side project and everything.
Yeah.
And with 4 kids being home during the summer, it's time is kind of hard to get.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It really is.
And quiet.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
But no, I do think that we will continue the podcast. What do you think?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For anybody who is watching, let us know what you think. Should we continue the podcast? Have you all actually enjoyed the Beyond the Breakdown podcast? Because we're on episode 43 now, which is kind of crazy, and it's something that we both want to make a full-time thing out of. So, I mean, I would love to continue it and hopefully get more guests. I think we have a couple that we can line up, but
It's not just guests that we need more support.
yes, we really
Yes.
do. like so much as a simple share, a tag, whatever you all want to do. Just we really do appreciate it. We got a comment here, Philip W. Wallwork. Keep it up. Thank you so much. We
Yeah,
really
thanks,
do
Philip.
appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah, just anything you guys can do. And then if you ever want to buy us a cup of coffee or anything like that, you can hit us up on Cash App. And that link is actually down in the comments below. And Ethan, another one of the demons, I think we'll continue it, buddy. So, with all that, April, why don't you tell them what else you've been pursuing?
Oh yeah, going back to school. Hopefully, getting into wildlife conservation. I just want to work with animals.
And you've been working extremely hard. You really have. I see it every
Yeah.
single night.
Still need to finish.
I know. So we got to wrap it up. So
Yeah.
everybody, thank you for going beyond the breakdown once more with us. It's been 2 months since Cascade Effect, and this was a hell of a return to form.
It really was.
So right now, episodes are kind of hit or miss. There's no schedule for it. We're kind of just doing these almost off the cuff because this episode was really planned last minute. If you really think about it, it's just we decided we had the time and we were available. In the future, we would like to do it more. But yeah. I guess until next time, everybody. See ya.